Hello vinyl community, this is Randy. About to do another video. Sam St. John is having a contest. The name of his contest is the Now Playing Contest. So this is going to be my entry for Sam's contest. Sam is a YouTube member who's been making videos for, I think it's been over a year now. I'm not really sure exactly when I subscribed, been sometime within the past year or so. And Sam is listens to a lot of Americana. I think it's probably his favorite type of music, and he listens to bands like, I think some is it called classic rock, or I don't know, Beach Boys and stuff like that. So so for his contest is I think his contest is a push to 300 subscribers, but I think he's already gone well past that. So congratulations on reaching that milestone, Sam. And for this contest, he has asked us to show the 5 most recent artists that we have listened to. I think he said not necessarily the last 5 records we've listened to or CDs, but last 5 artists. I guess that was so in case you listen to like 3 Beatles albums in a row, you wouldn't just be showing 3 artists, you'd still be showing 5. So so I'm gonna do that. So these are gonna be the last 5 that I've listened to. I tried to do this at, I don't know if you call it really spur of the moment, but I tried to time this for a time when I hadn't really been thinking about it too much, so that I wouldn't be influenced when I was choosing what to listen to. So for the last 5 I've listened to, this is going to start with Last Night. So last night, just before I went to bed, I listened to this Mudhoney record, Every Good Boy Deserves Fudge. This is actually a newer record for me. I have not I haven't shown this yet in a video, so I'll probably be showing this in an upcoming Vinyl Editions video, but this is a reissue of this record that came out in 1991. This cool poster. Mudhoney was a band from, I think, from up there in the Seattle area. I think they're considered to be part of the whole grunge thing from the early 90s. This is a 2-record set reissue. I think the cover is a little bit different from what the original cover was, and very cool photo on the inside there. And here's the track listing. And this record, the second record is songs that were released on compilations, I think, or maybe they were 7-inch singles, or outtakes, demos. I'm not sure exactly what all of them are. These are the inner sleeves. Sleeves are very cool. They have so the album cover has I guess it's like it's supposed to be a crashing plane. It looks like a plane possibly is in the process of crashing. Here's looks like a boat on the high seas with a cool picture of the band on the other side. This is on colored vinyl too. Blue vinyl. And the other inner sleeve shows like a car. So we got a plane, a boat, and a car. Very cool. Here's some information about the band, pictures. So Mudhoney, grunge rock. So very rock oriented. Got up this morning, and usually just about every morning I listen to some music while I'm drinking coffee and having breakfast and stuff like that. So this morning's selection is K and JJ, Kay Wendig and JJ Johnson. Kai Wendig, I think his name is really pronounced Kai, but I usually say K because it rhymes with JJ, so K and JJ. Pretty popular in the 50s. They both played trombones, and this album is from 1951. It's produced by Creed Taylor, and the engineer on this was Tom Dowd. Tom Dowd, famous engineer and producer for a lot of artists in the 50s and 60s, and right on up to his, I think he's dead now. So I believe this is the first K&JJ record. This is on Bethlehem Records. This is in plastic because the whole entire top seam is split. So I guess that's the horn of the trombone there. And oh yeah, so Bethlehem Records for this one. So a very cool Bethlehem label. Also this morning, I listened to, this is what we're hearing right now in the background. After K&JJ, I listened to Tommy Flanagan. Something Borrowed, Something Blue is the name of this one. This is on Galaxy Records. Tommy Flanagan was a jazz pianist. He just played with tons of people. Started in the 1950s, and he's played with everybody. His trio accompanied Ella Fitzgerald in some concerts. I've got an album of that, and well, I think he's played with just about any of the great jazz names that you would think of in the 50s and 60s. So beautiful album cover on here. This, unfortunately, the cover is a little bit messed up. I got this from Discogs. I think it was a library record. I think it had a pocket or something there for people to check it out from the library. And also this morning, after those two, I listened to Stereo Lab. Yeah, Chemical Chords is the name of this one. This is a record I've had for a long time. Got it when it came out. This has never actually really been one of my favorites. This record's never really done too much for me. Stereo Lab, I think they're a French group, and oh, you know, very keyboard based and synthesized sounds, and it's okay. I mean, it's fine. I don't dislike it or anything, but it's never really warmed up to it a whole lot. But I did decide to give it a try this morning. I figured it might be something good to listen to in the morning. I actually only listened to it's two records. Yeah, it's two records, but actually I only listened to one of them. Cool looking label on there. It's got the names of the songs on the other side. Oh, and this cool looking inner sleeve here. Stereo Lab. And then the last one I listened to this morning was actually some classical music. I started a new thing this year, well, it wasn't this year, actually sort of towards the end of last year, where I'm doing Max Trainer in the morning, and so that's like an exercise machine type thing. So I usually listen to some music while I'm doing that, and I had been listening to, well, just whatever I decided to, but beginning at the start of this year, I don't know if it was exactly on January 1st, but somewhere near the beginning, I decided to start listening to some classical music. So this morning, I listened to, this is orchestral highlights from Wagner's Ring of the Nibelung. I have no idea how to pronounce that. This song, though, is very familiar to everybody. I recognized it immediately when it started. This is the song that, if you ever saw the movie Apocalypse Now, when Robert Duvall is leading his helicopters into a charge against the Vietnamese people there, they blasted this music out of the helicopter. He said it puts fear into them. So yeah, it's very adventurous sounding, and you'd recognize it immediately if you heard it. I got this is the Cleveland Orchestra doing this one, and with George Zell as the collector. This gives me a good chance to show this cool box set that I have. This is a box set that I got before I ever started making videos. This is George Zell, the Cleveland Orchestra. The name of the box is the Complete Columbia Album Collection. So it's mostly the Cleveland Orchestra. There's also a couple here where he is conducting the New York Philharmonic and the Columbia Symphony Orchestra. So yeah, this is a big, huge box set. There are actually, I think there are 106 CDs in here. I got this when this is back before I ever started making videos. I used to follow the Grateful Dead page, and there were discussion groups on there, and one of the women on there mentioned that she was getting this that day when she posted her comment that she was getting this box, and she was very excited about it, and made it sound good, so I decided to go ahead and get it, and it is very cool. I figured that if I get that with 106 CDs, that's probably all the classical music I'm ever going to need. It's probably all I'm ever going to listen to. So I haven't listened to all of them yet. But what I've been doing, and in fact, I've listened to very few of them. When I first got it, I figured I would listen to one a day or maybe one a week and get through them all. But I sort of lost interest there somewhere along the way. But it's been really good listening to it with while I'm exercising and stuff. And so what I've been doing is just pulling out like 5 at a time and listening to those over a couple weeks and then pulling out 5 more. So it was very cool. Here's the book that came with it. And, it has like some photos of Zell there. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. S-Z-E-L-L. I'm pronouncing it Zell. So if somebody knows a better pronunciation, please let me know about that. There's the Cleveland Orchestra. So yeah, this has been very cool. There's and then there's information about each CD there. So these were the records that were released over the years by the Cleveland Orchestra. Some of them are not exactly like the album. Sometimes they took a couple of albums, if they would fit onto one CD, and combine them both onto one CD, so then they just use one of the covers. But this one is just, this is strictly Wagner here. About 45 minutes long, sounded really good. So, yeah, I've been enjoying listening to that. So, so there you go, Sam. There's the last 5 artists that I've listened to. So, I'm going to put a link to Sam's contest announcement down here, and check that out. You might want to do an entry for this contest yourself. So, I guess that's it. I hope everybody's having a great day. Thanks very much for watching.